Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. Alright, all you GCW fans, this is the recap review of last weekend's GCW shows. A little late, I know it's 4 days ago, but we're going to get up the star ratings and kind of talk about it a little bit. I know we got some more shows coming this week as well, or the 20th, I believe, 19th, 20th. Alright, so GCW Loco Fight Club 2 in Houston on the 4th. So 6 days ago, we had Grim Reaper versus Lowrider versus Jordan Oliver versus Chris Carter. I thought it was a really good match. Jordan Oliver got the victory. I ended up giving it 3 1/4. Mysterious Q. He is one of the guys. Him. Who else was it? Gino Medina, Brian Keith. They wrestle a lot in Houston for Reality of Wrestling, which is Booker T's company. You see him throughout Texas, state of Texas, and sometimes outside of Texas. A lot of great talent there as well. The match, Mysterious Q versus Alley Catch. I thought it was a really good match. One of the better intergender matches of the year. Alley Catch did get the victory. I was kind of shocked with that a little bit. 3 1/2. That was a great match. Nick Wayne versus Ninja Mac. I was hoping this match would get a little bit more time, but you know what? Nick Wayne is young, talented. He's just going to get better each and every match. Ninja Mac, just crazy. I gave it 3-star. We had the Loco title on the line. We had champion Dante Leon versus Sam Stackhouse. This was just a squash match almost. But the fact that Dante Leon can do what he does, Sam Stackhouse, as big as he is, he can still go out there and do things and look okay. Stackhouse get the victory. We have a new local champion. I give it 2 3/4 star. Gino Medina versus Adias Kogar. Adias Kogar getting the victory. It's a pretty short match. I ended up giving it 2 1/2. Brian Keith versus Effie. It was okay. Effie is just so unique what he does. Brian Keith, I love to see a match with him and one called Manders. I think him and Manders put on one hell of a Texas ball rope match. But Effie got the victory there. I gave it 2 3/4. Next up, we had a fatal 4-way. Now, a lot of this card was changed on the fly due to all the snowstorms, airports being closed, people couldn't get there. So some of these matches weren't supposed to happen. We had Mascara Dorado, formerly known as Grand Metalik in WWE versus Gringo Loco versus Blake Christian versus Effie. Blake Christian got the victory there. I ended up giving it 3 1/2. And then we had a fatal 4-way steel cage death match to finish the show out, which was so weird because it started out as Sadika versus Edis Kogar, and then Jimmy Lloyd came out, and then Chris Carter came out. We did the 4-way death match, steel cage match, where Atticus Kogar got the victory and gave it 3 1/2. And then on Saturday, we had GCW If I Die First. We had Ninja Mac and Dante Leon teaming up versus Jordan Oliver and Nick Wayne. Mac and Leon get the victory. I give it 3 stars. John Wayne Murdoch versus ASF. John Wayne Murdoch getting the victory here. Surprisingly enough, I give it 3 stars. I thought it was a pretty decent match to watch. Next up, we have the GCW Extreme title line. We had champion AJ Gray versus Alley Catch. In a match like this, I don't care who ends up winning. I just want to believe during the match that both parties could win. There are times in this match you thought Alley Catch was going to win. But AJ Gray ended up retaining his title. I gave it 3 1/4. Great to see Speedball Mike Bailey in Game Changer Wrestling versus Jimmy Lloyd. A lot of times, I've said on here on the channel multiple times, styles make fights. 2 completely different styles here. We got the Lucha Libre high-flying kicks of Mike Bennett Speedball versus Jimmy Lloyd. I'm just the deathmatch guy who go out there and just brawl with everyone. Bailey get the victory in a 3-star match. Falls Count Anywhere. Psycho Clown versus Gringo Loco. This match was good. I thought it was. A lot of crazy spots on the outside. A lot of outside work, which is great. My only problem with this is, and this is why I give it 3 3/4 versus 4. Falls Count Anywhere. Don't do the pinfall in the ring. What's the point of calling it Falls Count Anywhere if the pinfall's in the ring? The pinfall needs to be in the men's room or the women's room. Women's restroom pinfall. That's where you need to have that happen at. But Psycho Clown getting a victory. I guess I had heard on social media that Psycho Clown and Dr. Wagner Jr. had a little problem during an autograph signing. Brawl broke out, I guess, and Game Changer was really apologizing to people on social media. So I want to see Psycho Clown and Dr. Wagner Jr. in a Falls Count Anywhere death match in a Game Changer. Brett Lauderdale, make it happen. Next up, we had a four-way. We have Deranged versus Grim Reaper. Dude, comes smoking joints to the ring. It's freaking awesome. Dark Sheik versus Alex Kogar versus Alex Zane. Alex Kogar getting the victory. I give it 3 1/4. Laredo Kid versus Blake Christian. I was very let down by this match. I saw this match in Impact Wrestling. I give it 4 in that one. This one here was just, it was too short to me. It was just, it seemed just kind of like they were just there. It wasn't like they were going for it. Blake Christian got the victory. I give it 3 1/2. But it was just kind of one of those like, come on guys, I know you guys can do better than this because I've seen better than this from you. And then main event, we had Dr. Wagner Jr. versus Joe LaGianella. I'm seeing a lot of people talking about it on social media, which is great. Dr. Wagner Jr. getting the victory. I give it 3 3/4 star. I probably could have went 4 with it. But yeah, 2 great days in Game Changer Wrestling. We got a couple more coming up this month. And then we have some more next month. And then we have the Collective WrestleMania weekend. Cannot wait for that Collective. My plans do change. You know, sometimes I go A, B, C, and plan Z. But right now the plan is to watch the Collective, and after each show, do a review of that show. There will be the Collective that Game Changer does. Typically, there is the IWTV Collective, and so I'm going to do both, hopefully. I got 4 days off work to watch wrestling. WrestleMania weekend. Cannot wait. But yeah, that's just the 2 shows from Texas over the weekend for Game Changer. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show. Don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content.